Everybody, Chad here. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about why do goals make you nervous? Why do big goals, big intentions, when we talk about, law of attraction, law of assumption, abundance, when we set an intention and big goal, why does it make you nervous? Like, I actually came down just to relax. I feel like I have a little bit of anxiety, but I came down just to sit down and read a book. But I was kind of having mixed emotions right now because I'm getting ready to go to Thailand. I'm going to be going to Thailand tomorrow, leave tomorrow. And, a lot of it is just like bent up emotions. Like, I've been planning for it for so long. I did live in Thailand for 1 year before, and now I'm going back. And it seems like I've been planning for it forever in my mind. And now it's kind of here. And it's kind of weird because I have a mixture of emotions. Of course, I'm going to miss family. I've been spending a lot of time with family the last not quite a year and a half, but maybe a year and 4 months. So of course I'm gonna miss family, but it's kind of a mixture. Like I'm nervous, I have anxiety at the same time. I'm excited. I'm excited to go. It's going to be an awesome time, of course. I love Thailand. I love traveling. I love experiencing new things, new cultures, and stuff like that. I'm really into that stuff. It's funny how when we kind of going back to the title of this video, our goals. Why do we feel nervous? What we have to understand is that our dream life, what we want to do, is on the other side of fear. Okay. So lots of times fear is a good thing. Being nervous, having anxiety to do something exciting is a good thing. Or our dream life, what we all want different things. We all want to accomplish different things, but what we want is on the other side of fear, on the other side of anxiety. Okay. The trap that most people do, and I've done it too, and I still do it, is that we let that fear barrier, like if this is the fear barrier right here, this is us standing, we get really close to it. Okay. We're so close to it. That's why we get anxiety. That's why we get scared. We have fear. But what most people do, and I've done it too, I still do it, is they go back to their comfort zone. They go backwards. They go back where it's comfortable. They don't like that feeling. Nobody likes that feeling of being scared, anxiety, whatever. But what we have to get good at is staying persistent and pushing past this fear barrier, pushing past it. Because on the other side over here, if you can see me a little bit of the camera angle, over here is what you want. We have to push past it. So we can't let anxiety, we can't let fear hold us back. We can't just emotionally shut down and go back to our comfort zone. And this is what people do time and time and time again. I've done it. I still do it. Uh, I still have a habit of doing it. That's why I'm talking about it right now. Um, that I'm kind of feeling it now. That's why it's such a weird feeling, because you would think, well, Chad, you travel a lot, and that's 100% true. Okay, and you could say, well, Chad, you've lived in Thailand for a year, and that's 100% true. And I've never shared my actual Thailand story. The first time I went to Thailand, I'll share a snippet with you here. I should make a long video on it because it would be like a cool video. But when I went to Thailand the first time, I traveled a lot, so I had a lot of traveling underneath my belt. But all the traveling I'd done was like basically vacations. Okay, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week vacations. I traveled a lot international, so I had that underneath my belt. So I wasn't scared to travel. Okay, it wasn't new to me. But the first time I went to Thailand, I was one going by myself. All the years before, the decade before, 15 years before, I've always traveled with my significant other. So when we basically broke up, that when I went to Thailand, this is the first time ever I traveled by myself. So one, I went by myself to Thailand, by myself in a different country. The second thing is when I went to Thailand, I knew I was staying a long stay. So I went on a 3-month visa, and then I ended up extending it out to a year. So I stayed a year, but this is my very first time actually living abroad. So now I went by myself. and I lived abroad. This is the very first time I lived abroad for a year, so it was a fantastic flipping experience. But my family was making fun of me. Before I left, my family was making fun of me because I just picked Thailand out of the blue. Never been there before. I was going for many months on a visa by myself, and I was going to live abroad by myself, figure it out, do it. And I didn't know anything about Thailand, didn't research anything about Thailand, didn't research what to do in Thailand. I just picked a random resort and went there. And my brother-in-law was like, "Dude, where are you staying?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know." And I would have to look it up because it had like a weird name. And he's like, "Dude, you don't even know where you're staying?" I was like, "No." I was like, I mean, what city or province are you staying in?" I had no clue. I was like, all I knew was I'm going to Phuket. So I didn't know anything. Um, you would think like, okay, you lived there for a year. Now you're going back, and I'm going to stay 6 months, and I'll come back for my niece's wedding. You would think I would be comfortable, and I would think the same thing. But I feel since I've been here a year, and this feeling, I think most of us, I've had this feeling before. I think most of us can relate to a little bit because even though I've done it before, it's been like a year and 4 months. That it's funny how sometimes you start second guessing yourself. You start second guessing that, can I still do this? Can I do this like I did last time? And you start having these negative little thoughts kind of creep in, and you start second guessing yourself. It starts giving you a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of anxiety. But I mean, at this point, I know I really want to go. I'm not going to let fear or anxiety or being nervous hold me back, of course. But it's kind of been weird a little bit, having these emotions because of having like little thoughts like, can I still do it? Or little like worried thoughts that kind of creep in there, and all that stuff. But this is why I really wanted to share this with you because we all have these emotions when we really want to do something, when we really want to achieve something, we really want to achieve something great in our life, or we just want to do what we want to do and live the lifestyle that we want to live. We're going to have anxiety. We're going to have fear. We're going to be scared. Sometimes we might be scared shitless a little bit. But what we have to know, what you have to know, what I have to know is push through it. Don't stop. Don't let it stop you because your promised land is on the other side of fear. Your promised land, what you want, is on the other side of your nerves, your nervous energy, your anxiety. But it's just so funny when we get closer to this fear barrier, it gets more and more and more intense. The intensity intensifies here. But don't go backwards. Don't go back to your comfort zone. Okay, because what you want is on the other side, is way over here. You see my little finger. Now, last thing I want to share with you is before we go here, before I wrap this up, is another thing that's kind of been weird is it's when we talk about law of attraction, law of assumption, and setting attention, setting goals, especially when we talk about Neville Goddard, setting your attention, your want, your desire, and you live inside your imagination. Like it's kind of been like I've been doing it so much for Thailand, and it's been hard for me to kind of move on from that a little bit. And Never Goddard kind of brings this up. Maybe if I can try to find the lecture, I'll share it. There's a if you listen to go to the playlist and Never Goddard playlist on my channel, you might better find it in there. But I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of. I think I have over 100 recordings of Never Goddard on my channel. But he talks about this sometimes, like sometimes until you're so focused on one attention, until you actually get it and achieve it, your mind just can't move on from it. And it's kind of been weird because even though I know I'm going to Thailand, even 5 months ago when I purchased my flipping plane ticket, I know I'm going. Even I think maybe it was about 3 months ago when I got the condo, I don't have to worry about that. you know my mind is still kind of that intention is still there. So that intention isn't going to go away until I actually set foot in Thailand. And I think that's kind of what kind of brings with anxiety too, because it feels like I can't move on from from that intention that I set for Thailand until I'm actually there. Now, once I'm there, I think it will just free up my mind. I'll be able to set, be able to set a new goal, be able to set a new intention, and that's kind of like an exciting point too, of kind of ease the mind a little bit because you achieved what you wanted to achieve. You're seeing the fruition of your attention. You're seeing the fruition of your imagination, basically, basically come into reality. But anyway, just want to share those things with you. What I've been kind of experiencing here the last kind of little bit here before I leave, and make sure you comment below anything you're struggling with, anything that it's you know positive, negative, that we can chat about it, or I can make a video about it. And if I'm feeling the same way, I can share that as well. Because anytime we have big goals, big things to achieve, there's going to be a mixture of emotions, a mixture of things we go through. It's going to be positive and negative, but it's all experiences. Makes sense. But anyway, wanted to share that with you. Want to keep this a little bit short, but blessings to you, and I will see you in Thailand, baby. So blessings, and I'll see you later.